Dear viewers, welcome to the SSGTV South Sudan Global. Subscribe for our daily video uploads. Vice President Mama Nyandeng replaced Dr. Riek Machar amid public outcry. Vice President Her Excellency Rebecca Nyandeng Garang de Mabior has been appointed by South Sudan's cabinet, Council of Ministers, to temporarily take over the responsibilities of suspended first Vice President Riek Machar, including his role as head of the governance cluster, while retaining her position as chairperson of the gender and youth cluster. During the extraordinary meeting on Tuesday, Mama Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior is presumably the acting first vice president. According to the statement, Mama Nyandeng will oversee key reforms, including constitutional changes and preparations for national elections. Machar is currently on trial for treason and other charges. It's said that Stephen Parkwall was shocked when the SPLM in government, SPLM-IG, which had initially promised him the position of succeeding first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar Teny, nominated Mama Rebecca Nyandeng Garang de Mabior to represent the government cluster, while first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar faces trial in court. Analysts allude that Nyandeng's nomination to replace Dr. Machar caused disarray within the SPLM-IO Parkwall faction, which had been expecting to take over Machar's position. The cabinet's endorsement of Rebecca Nyandeng to take over the first vice president position is illegal, according to complaints from the public. Citizens have complained that the appointment of Vice President Nyandeng has sidelined the 2018 revitalized agreement on the resolution of conflict in South Sudan, RAXIS, and its peace partner, SPLM-IO. Chul Dajiok worries that instability might impact Twish East in Jonglei State, even though it has enjoyed relative tranquility since 2013, thanks in part to Her Excellency Mama Rebecca Nyandeng's strategic political approach during the conflict, which helped prevent a catastrophe with neighboring groups. This could now change, sadly for the worst, as a result of President Salva Kiir nominating Mama Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior to replace Dr. Riek Machar as vice president. President Salva Kiir, by nominating Mama Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior to replace Dr. Riek Machar as vice president, Kiir seeks to entangle Twish East, her community, against their Noah counterparts, Dajiok stresses. The issue of the legitimacy of the process has come up with the appointment of Mama Rebecca Nyandeng de Mabior as the acting first vice president. It is seen by some that the appointment of Mama Nyandeng is a step that might jeopardize the integrity of fairness and transparency in the country's governance. People thought that the ruling could erode the South Sudanese efforts to establish a transparent and accountable government. The absence of major stakeholders, such as the SPLM-IO faction, is creating the perception in some quarters that selfish or political interests are being put above the needs of the nation. It undermines efforts to build a transparent and accountable government, Riek Machar enumerated. The SPLM-IO Europe chapter has denounced the appointment of Mama Rebecca Nyandeng Garang as acting first vice president in lieu of suspended first vice president Dr. Riek Machar Teny. The confusion brought about by Mama Nyandeng's nomination prompted the office of the president to clarify her appointment to the governance cluster, stating the move is a temporary administrative measure and that it is not a shift in the government's executive hierarchy. Before Nyandeng's appointment, a statement by the Office of the President states President Kiir and Vice President Nyandeng collaborated to move the country forward. The duo have teamed up to move the country forward, the statement said. The President and Vice President Nyandeng reiterated their unwavering commitment to working together to move the country towards the trajectory of peace, unity, and progressive development, the statement partly read. Vice President Rebecca Nyandeng Garang is being hailed as South Sudan's Iron Lady. Mama Nyandeng Garang de Mabior's son, Honorable Captain Mabior Garang de Mabior, has been designated Minister of Environment and Forestry. Mama Rebecca Nyandeng is the widow of late Colonel Dr. John Garang de Mabior, South Sudan's founding leader. Observers assert that Mama Nyandeng is a highly influential and enduring figure in the nation's military and political history of struggle. Please subscribe to the SSGTV South Sudan Global. You will be notified each time we have uploaded informative videos. Thank you for your valuable time with us. Please like and share.